Riyadh is a city with a lots of tradition and religious heritage that is currently grappling with the issue of alcohol prohibition. Throughout the years, societal dynamics have been evolving and debate has been brewing in Saudi Arabia. What should be the appropriate stance on alcohol in the kingdom? The sales and consumption of alcohol in Saudi Arabia was actually permitted and was only banned in 1952. The king of that time, King Abdulaziz totally banned alcohol after an incident where a prince shot a man dead when he was drunk. The influence of Islam also increased, as it is sinful and not allowed for Muslims to consume any alcohol. In this video, we will explore about the topic of alcohol prohibition and legalization in Saudi Arabia. This research isn't just about policy, it's a philosophical exploration of the ethical, moral, and societal considerations intervened with the lifting of the alcohol ban in Riyadh. Our goal is simple to provoke critical reflection as well as highlight the philosophical implications of the sale of alcohol in Saudi Arabia.
On the 24th of January 2024, Saudi Arabia announced that a shop selling alcohol to non-Muslim diplomats would open in the capital city of Riyadh. This meant the end of a 70-year-long ban on alcohol in the country. Only non-Muslim diplomats were allowed to purchase a limited quantity of alcohol from the store, requiring buyers to get authorization from the government and follow strict regulations. This drastic change in what was considered a conservative Muslim society was due to Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's Vision 2030 plan to modernize the country, as well as attract foreign investment. Another reason for the lifting of the ban of the sale of alcohol was to combat the black market in the country, reducing corruption and crime among diplomats who smuggle it into the country. In order to form a decision and opinion over the topic, let us look at the various ways alcohol can impact the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Excessive consumption of alcohol is well known to be very unhealthy. It poses short and long-term negative effects, from impaired judgment and poisoning to liver damage and cancers. These side effects not only endanger the user, the risky behavior caused by the drunkenness can result in accidents and injuries, which may cause harm to others as well. The life of an alcoholic can also be cut short by various health problems associated with heavy alcohol consumption. Many studies have been conducted in the country regarding how society is impacted by the use of alcohol as well. Studies have shown that there is a strong link between alcoholism and domestic violence in Saudi Arabia. Alcoholic men were easily aggressive and their wives would suffer abuse and violence. These couples would also experience economic challenges and their relationship would also be strained. From a religious perspective, it has various consequences like clashing with the long-standing conservative values in Saudi Arabia. Alcohol consumption and selling in the country might mean that moral values are not being followed anymore. Since alcohol is forbidden in Islam, it could be seen as a challenge to the authority of the religion, especially in such a religious country as Saudi Arabia. Another online poll suggested that nearly 70% of over 170,000 opposed the idea of legalizing alcohol sales at airports, stating that it goes against the morals of the country.
Our group has conducted our own mixed method research in order to obtain opinions and experiences related to alcohol prohibition. A questionnaire was presented to various students who were from Saudi Arabia, ensuring a proper and fair representation of the opinions of the people related to the topic of alcohol prohibition and its unbanning. Throughout this research, we managed to capture various crucial and helpful opinions that can help us form insights into the societal impact that alcohol unbanning might have on the local population. Looking at the research of our questionnaire, we found that 77% of participants agreed with the current prohibition of alcohol in the country. This shows that the public is still very much opposed to the idea of free-flowing alcohol in the country. This is most likely due to deep ties with religious and cultural values that advise against alcohol consumption. A large majority also disagreed with allowing individuals to have the freedom to consume alcohol by their own choosing. This shows that there is tension between individual rights of the people in the country with the societal values that the public expect people to uphold, so much so that individual liberty might be forgone. A near universal agreement among participants was with the statement that unbanning alcohol might negatively affect public health and safety. This shows that Saudi citizens are very anxious with regards to the effects alcohol has on society at large and takes this risk very seriously. Social order seems to be a very integral part of the Saudi lifestyle. Therefore, it seems obvious that it is the utmost priority. Another interesting result was that the majority of participants agreed that religious and cultural significance of the prohibition outweighed individual freedoms. This further enforces the stronghold of religious and cultural values over the country and is seen as valuable to maintain social cohesion in Saudi society. Lastly, we can see that a majority of 85% of participants agree to strict regulations and guidelines to control alcohol consumption. With all the opinions and information revealed so far, this is an expected answer. However, we can see that even though opinions on alcohol are mostly negative, Saudis remain open to the possibility of allowing its selling and consuming in the country, provided all negative consequences are mitigated.
The research and findings have shown a various spread of philosophical perspectives and ideas related to issue of alcohol in Saudi Arabia. Themes such as utilitarianism, virtual ethics, epistemology, individual freedom, societal well-being, and cultural identity are all apparent in this topic. It could be said that a utilitarian viewpoint towards this topic is that allowing the selling of alcohol will provide economical benefit as it is highlighted by the Crown Prince's Vision 2030 goal. It can also reduce harm by reducing the effect of black market for alcohol in this country, providing a legal and safer method for non-Muslims to obtain alcohol. However, this comes at the cost of causing potential social unrest due to the breaking of long-standing laws and customs, as well as putting more people at a health risk due to the negative effects of alcohol. We would need to balance the need for keeping both parties happy as well as justify how the actions taken can help the society as a whole. From an epistemological perspective, we can see the ban of alcohol is based on a strict interpretation of the Quran, which is viewed as the source of truth. However, we should question which sources of truth should we prioritize when making decisions that affect the entire society. If religious leaders have traditionally held power in making decisions, does this lifting of alcohol challenge the knowledge of religion? Lastly, non-Muslims would benefit greatly as they have more freedom to practice their personal choices. However, for Muslims, this topic could not seen as a challenge to their own individual restrictions. It tests the freedom by allowing a restricted item to be more accessible. The lifting of alcohol ban could have been better well-being for society. By reducing black market crime, it could potentially lead to tension between religious and social norms. Thank you.
Saudi Arabia has a long-standing prohibition on alcohol, deeply rooted in religious and cultural values. The recent lifting of the decades-long alcohol ban marks a shift in perceptions in the country, raising questions about the potential impacts of such decisions. Alcohol, without a doubt, poses significant risks and side effects to the individual self, surrounding society, and the country as a whole. Saudi Arabia, grappling with the process of modernization, has drawn mixed opinions regarding its decision within the past few months. Our independent polling has shown that Saudi locals are still mostly opposed to any forms of legalization and proliferation of alcohol within the country. The diverse views of the polls highlights various philosophical perspectives at play, from the utilitarian perspective of cost-benefit analysis with respect to the health impacts and individual freedom, to virtue ethics and questioning the sources of knowledge about what is right good. Saudi Arabia faces a complex path of balancing modernization and preserving cultural identity. Understanding the philosophical connotations and diverse opinions within the country is important to form any analysis of this evolving situation. Thank you for watching.